misrepresent Protestants and this idea of this.
Did you not? Is your position not pick and believing?
I'm gonna yell and scream, and that's gonna make me more coherent.
Are you gonna answer? Is your position not pick and choosing what I like to believe, what I don't like to believe?
It's not that, actually. To be historically Protestant is to be confessional, and there are binding authorities, and we recognize that. I just was going to tell you that apparently screaming makes you more right.
I'm not screaming. This is how loud I talk. If you think I'm screaming, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
I'm fair to say, I have a responsibility. You're more loud, I guess you're more right.
But you weren't that loud when you decided not to cuss. So anyway.
What does that have to do with your argument? Your argument is retarded.
My argument, because you don't care about Protestants.
Well, you literally just said we believe certain things and we don't believe certain things. You literally just said that, did you not? Isn't that pick and choosing?
Oh man.
I'm the mean Calvinist. I'm gonna get you. You haven't let me finish the
sentence. Are you stupid? Are you? No, I'm asking you a question so you can answer. Did you not say that I pick what I want to believe or not?
See, that's what you're doing to me right now. You're just yelling and then not.
How am I yelling, dude? This is my tone when I'm seriously talking.
Okay, why don't we let Connor answer the question and then figure out?
Yeah, wait. Let me restate my question so he can answer it. Okay, my question is: you said a while ago that we believe certain writers, certain this, certain that. That's called pick and choosing. How is it not pick and choosing?
All right, Connor. What were you saying before he asked you that question?
You definitely seem insincere in the way you're defining.
Are you gonna answer the question, bro? Like I'm trying to actually talk to you, bro.
Give him a second to answer. Holy crap!
Everyone agrees right now that you're not giving me a second to answer. So anyway, and I wonder if there's a problem that happens a lot, and it's a lot of different people who say the same thing. Maybe it's not them that's the problem. So anyway, what I'm telling you is that that might be a valid critique today, specifically of what you would know as evangelicalism. But the thing is in an effort, what I said originally, in an effort to be theologically minimalistic and to have this almost like emotional engagement instead of unity in doctrine, evangelicalism has decided to break off from Protestantism, and what is known as classical Protestantism is to be confessional. We believe there are binding authorities. We don't believe in this idea that anyone can pick any interpretation we like. We don't believe in only Bibleism, even in that. Only Bibleism, right? We don't believe that. We believe specifically that there are also other authorities that we appeal to, whether it's creeds, confessions, traditions, right? We appeal to these things. It's not as though it's this idea of, well, I like this idea, and it's a free-for-all on what doctrine you have.
Yeah, so let me respond to you. I know exactly what you believe. I know you're not, when you said what you are, I know you're not an evangelical. So I'm not critiquing you as an evangelical. I am critiquing you for exactly what I critiqued you for, your position for, which is you believe and choose whatever you want to believe in. Even though if you say you have confession, that doesn't even, or binding authority, that doesn't matter because you pick and choose those. If that's not the case, then the Catholic Church would have been the authority. Now you've decided that authority is not valid. So you picked and choose what you believe.
No, we haven't, because we agree with Catholicity in terms of its continuance. We disagree with it, and we believe in Reformed Catholicity as to its doctrine.
You just admitted everything I accused you of, which is you pick and choose what you want to believe.
You didn't listen to what I said. The giant amount of time you haven't been listening to what I said, and you just like to yell.
Okay, am I allowed to? I'm not yelling, by the way. Can I steel man your position?
You're making an easy target for yourself when you yell.
I'm an easy target. You haven't even given a single answer. This is literally not me yelling, dude.
I don't understand. He's not yelling.
Maybe this is unfruitful and I don't know.
He's crying. But how's this yelling? This is not my yelling voice. This is just my articulate voice.
When the Catholic in the chat says maybe this is unfruitful,
Bernardo, I met some. Okay, this is the first time I've ever said this. You guys probably would be interested too. I was in politics and religion, right? And they have a Catholic chat now.
So I know.
I was in there, bro. No, Bernardo, you don't know. If you go in there, bro, there's 2 Eastern Orthodox who are literally half Gnostic, and they confirmed it to me. Like, yeah, we have this in our theology. Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Okay, what does that have to do with this conversation right now?
I'm sorry. Are you the
Well, I'm
dictator?
here, so you know, like.
So are you not going to answer the question? You literally just admitted to that you pick and choose what you want to believe in.
Yeah, Connor,
That's not
you
what I
just
said.
admitted that, dude.
Okay, allow me to steelman your position. You said you don't pick and choose.
You were predestined to say that.
You were predestined to say that. That's a fair statement.
So can I steelman you, or you don't want to have this I'm okay if you don't want to have this conversation.
I don't think he wants to have a
Who gave you
conversation,
that?
dude.
I've been responding to you this entire time.
Okay, so you saying I'm strawmanning you. I'm gonna allow me to steelman you, and if I'm doing it incorrectly, please correct me. What I took from your position is that you said you don't believe what you want because you have binding authorities and you have other authorities to appeal to. Therefore, you believe that I'm criticizing you as an evangelical Christian. My response to that is no, I'm criticizing you for starting evangelical Christianism because you started the idea of being able to believe what you want, whatever the Catholicity documents you want, and then you want to take that into something else. Isn't that what even traditional Protestantism is? It's taking doctrines and believing what they want?
You sound confused.
I'm confused.
You are confused.
Did you literally not say a minute ago before, certain people came in, you said that we have these authorities and we still listen to them? Did you not say that?
If you listened to the last statement I said, it'd be answering your problem. I said we.
Okay, go ahead and answer that. Go ahead.
You're not letting me answer.
Go.
You're just wanting me to reply in a specific way in what this box you're putting me in, and I'm not going
to.
No,
go do that. Go ahead. I'm allowing you to speak, dude. Come on.
You didn't allow me to speak at the very end of that.
I've been allowing you to speak. You've been crying whenever I do.
Oops, let's
apparently
go.
I'm blasting tears out of my eye holes right now because I'm not getting a chance to speak.
I'm like the past 20 seconds. I'm waiting for you to talk, dude.
Maybe you being this annoyed makes it even more fun to not answer you.
Because you don't have an answer.
Maybe if you read more Van Til, you'd understand.
That's true. I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's a troll right there. Anyway. Are you there? Are you good? Are you still there?
Yeah, let's Van Til.
I'm like waiting for you to respond, dude.
More Karl Marx.
We agree with Catholics in terms of the continual we agree with Catholics on Catholicity in terms of continual Catholicity. We disagree specifically in terms of doctrinal Catholicity.
But Connor, I have a question for you.
We disagree with Catholicity.
Connor, I have a question.
Who just did that?
I have a question for you, Connor.
Who just did that?
I have one question, Connor.
Okay.
The question is, who sent your ministers?
We have a continual line specifically of ministers from the Catholic Church.
From where?
Oh.
Who?
Our ministers, we have a line of ministerial, we have a line of ministers going back.
From
we
who?
can trace our ministers back.
Who is it?
I can send you a list. I wouldn't be able to be like, oh, here, and then here, and here, and then like all these different genealogies. Like, I'm not keeping track of that. Like, can you tell me the Vatican's list of how many popes there have been in the giant amount of list?
Yes, I can. Yeah, I can do that. It's on Wikipedia.
No, I'm not saying.
Just off the top of your head.
It's on Wikipedia. I'm saying, dude, that's the point, and that's the whole point.
It's not even on Wikipedia. It's actually on the Vatican wall inside the thing. They have all the popes in order.
Dude, I'm not, like, when I said can you, I said can you right now off of memory retention, not can you as if it's possible. Both of us would agree.
We're not asking you for memory, bro. Just give us something. Who is it? No one asked you for memory.
So you do have apostolic succession?
Yes.
From who?
What do you mean, from whom?
From the Catholics. He said that earlier. He said you can trace it to Catholics.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm very interested.
Almost like you need us to.
Which Catholic bishop? Which Catholic bishop?
That's a very false
almost like we were.
Idea that a Catholic.
Almost like we were before you. I don't know.
That's a very false certainty and false assurance way of viewing these things.
Yeah, but you made a claim. You said you have these things. We're just asking. You don't have to come up from memory. Just show us something.
It's almost like we're the main characters.
The only way you get apostolic succession is through the Catholic line.
I don't.
Which was not reformed, by the way.
On my phone after, I don't allow myself to keep like Google Chrome open past midnight. and so I wouldn't be able to show you right now.
Well, President.
By the way, like the Protestants weren't able to answer this question.
Wait, President, can I ask you something? Maybe you probably know this, but don't the Reformed reject apostolic succession?
No, not all of them.
No.
But certain
No, they don't.
confessions do,
I
right?
think in the tradition,
No,
like,
yeah.
I don't- maybe, and Connor, maybe you can clarify.
The more-
I think they believe in a continuation.
The more low
of
church types, they
tradition,
do.
not like the
But
laying on
the
of
higher church, like Anglicans and I think Lutherans too.
Well,
Presbyterian.
he's neither of that.
He said Presbyterian, I thought, which is what we were.
Presbyterian, something I don't know
Yeah,
about
they're-
Presbyterian, but I know
think they
Lutherans
believe
and
in, like,
Anglicans stuff.
doctrinal continuity.
You can make arguments
Maybe
that Jerome specifically used the words bishop and presbyter, or sorry, bishop and elder. And
Saint
then
Jerome
Saint
was a papal supremacist. So that doesn't even work.
I mean, why Jerome
I have
then?
his letter. I mean, I could pull it up.
No, why Jerome though?
Why
The
not?
argument that Saint
That's just one
Jerome made a
example.
difference. This is a bad argument. No, that's not true. Because if you read his other letters, he makes a clear distinction between the three offices.
No. Let's grant him this position. Why
It's
Jerome?
like really weird that we'd be contradicting
Can
Saint
you
Ignatius
send
of
me that so
Antioch.
I can learn? President Eisenhower,
Yeah,
can you send
yeah,
me
I
that?
can.
I can learn.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I'll pull it up.
Yeah, but back to my original question. Why Jerome though?
Why not? Jerome is based.
I was pulling up a popular example of people who specifically refer
So
to
it's
certain
pick, so
terms.
it's pick and choosing who to believe, right?
Jerome is
No, it's
based.
just picking an
Jerome
example.
said that all the homosexuals died when Christ was born.
What do you mean
So-
it's picking and choosing? You only say that when like you're trying to make an insincere example. You like I don't know what.
Well,
fully
because
mean
you
by
made an example. I'm pointing to you how invalid your example is.
that. And people are disagreeing with you on how you're using that term. I mean, listen to people in the chat.
What term? We're talking about you quoting Jerome, right?
Is
You
quoting a church father picking and choosing?
is it not? Because you don't follow all of them.
Well,
You don't follow the ones that are deemed authoritative in the councils, or even by the Roman Catholic standard.
Mm.
So why are you quoting them?
I got it for you. Give me a second. Dude, I forgot. It's been a long time since. It was like 2 years ago when it was.
So there's no answer, right?
I'm drinking a milkshake right now.